You know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be great at all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do? Stop playing. If you don't do it, then don't play with it. Exactly. Cause you ain't built like that.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
Play action. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Lions 6. Sterling.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He was brought down.
Nigel Bradham brings him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
DeAndre Swift.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
He's brought down by.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Stafford to his 2nd-year tight end Hawkinson for a Lion first down.
First down, Lions.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 12. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Falcons 7.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Stafford. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block it.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays are going to pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Got it. Here we go. 11. Here I come. Hey,
Play action. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They go play action now. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for them.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The gun, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Richter to kick off for the Falcons.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Third and long. It's Stafford. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 39 yards there, a big one.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
2 yards on the pick.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Gain of 11 on the play. And the Lions
operating from the gun. Stafford. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Incomplete. DeMonte Casey on the coverage.
To the air again. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Stafford. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Brings up 4th down.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper.
And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again they run with Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Falcons 34, Lions 6. Sterling Hoff.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Off play action. Ryan. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And so much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Off the play fake. Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Off play action. Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Slam, slam, slam. Check, check, check. Quick that. Middle.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
The ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Another carry now for Gurley. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And his kick here is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
The end of the 3rd quarter with the score, Falcons 30.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hurry.
From the gun, Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And it's 3rd down.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Fourth down.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Austin. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the... And this will be caught at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Flushed out right. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Crunch.
2nd down and goal. Ryan. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And predictably, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. To return, here's Agnew. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They start the drive with Peterson. And down right around.
Get what he can.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
My boy.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. 21.
Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
What's good, fool?
Kenny Galladay.
What's good, my boy?
On the play. Recovered by the offense.
Dude. Goddamn rich.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Fighting down past the 45. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Yeah, I played like 1 or 2 games with my guard.
Right up.
Yeah. I was like I was
Stafford on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well.
Hey, I was just out there with a 77. That nigga's a two-way slash playmaker. Who's out there?
2nd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team,
and 81.
But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't
some badges looking like.
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle.
You got hella shooting badges, so you got probably damn near enough already.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
You know the vibes.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10.
finishing out
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you,
in
the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
Man, hey, let me jump in the shower.
And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Today, Charles, it's one thing